despite following the advice of all our heroes. The reality is that most of us do not end up living happily ever after. And that's why I'm here today, to show you a proven, dependable plan that takes out the anxiety and worry that you have about your future and lets you feel confident that you will achieve your happily ever after life. Let me illustrate. I'm going to paint two pictures for you. In my first picture, you're going to see people like Stanley, Glenn Campbell, Tim Conway, Casey Kasem, Mickey Rooney, and many other people like this. So what connects these names? Well, to begin with, they're all talented, wealthy, and envied individuals. They all have what you would think is needed for them to be able to live happily ever after. But what connects them to each other is not their wealth or status. It is that all of them become ill in their later years, and none of them is able to live out his life at home. Not only that, in almost each and every single case, their families, they just simply fell apart. That's not the happily ever after ending that we want for ourselves, is it? And then there is a second picture. In this picture, you see Louise Smith. Louise was neither rich nor famous. When I first met Louise, she was in her late 70s. She was a widowed flight attendant, didn't have any children, didn't have any family to be able to count on. But she had a small group of aging friends that she could depend on. Nonetheless, Louise had her own dreams of living happily ever after. And she had something that the celebrities did not have. She built an effective plan that I helped her put together so that she could realize her dream of living happily ever after. Despite becoming incapacitated for a few years, following her plan, Louise was able to live out her life at home without running out of money or becoming a burden to anyone. Now that, I think, is what living happily ever after means to most of us.
Watch The Path to Happily Ever After on public television stations nationwide. To find out when the show will run in your area, visit pbs.org/stations or go to pathtohappilyeverafter.com.